Hello and welcome to the show. We are here today on Forza Horizon 4 with another team adventure. This time we are running A-class cars. However, the vehicles are not allowed to be fitted with race or rally tyres. Ultimately, these are the tyres that you are probably going to go for in A-class. Certainly the most likely to be used. By removing them, you have to think a little bit differently, perhaps, about the car, about how you build the car. I have an Audi RS2. The reason I'm running this, I ran an RS4 a little while ago for an A-class thing, and it actually turned out to be a very, very quick car, and I wanted to try another big, well, I say big, relatively big, all-wheel drive estate car, figuring it could work quite well. All-wheel drive will be nice when it gets to the dirt, because, of course, the team adventures take place not just on the tarmac circuits, but there will be some dirt circuits thrown in for good luck. I am apparently very slow down the straight. Well, that's okay. I'm on sport tyres, which are generally pretty good. They work through the corners. They're not too bad. They're not too bad off-road. They're not the worst things in the world. Oh, careful now. I think street tyres are technically slightly better off-road, but I can't remember. I can't remember well enough, so I've just gone with sort of the best tyres I can get and hope that the all-wheel drive system is going to carry me through a little bit and try and carry as much speed as I can in the around this sort of track and get positions where we can. We'll squeeze around the outside of Ninetales, who's in a very fast ute by the looks of it. We're up to 8th. Not great. I mean, points-wise, we are not looking all that strong at the moment, but it is only the first lap. I had a mountain to climb from the start line. Power-wise, I have 440 or something horsepower in this Audi, which is, I mean, it's not terrible for A-Class, but it isn't as fast as that. It's just, no point. There's no real point fighting that, although that's fighting a corner pretty much through there. Blue team have the lead. We have second and third, which is nice. I mean, if I could get ahead of this group, if me and Django's get ahead in this group even, that would be good. Yeah, I mean, if I could get fourth out of all of this, and then we could get Django's a few more 100 points. Might it be possible? Yeah. It's not going to be easy, though. That is the tough part. We'll sneak up the inside there. It's going to be pretty close. Could really do with one of our cars winning, but it doesn't look like we have got a car quite to get the lead. I believe Chris is in a Maserati. I'm not actually sure. A little bit of lag from the car ahead. So, the Ute's having a big crash. The Ute's had a big death. That is the downside of running. I believe that's 1,500 horsepower in that. That is the problem with running that much power. And the points have now swung our way. The incredibly bonkers Ute. It's a little too difficult to drive. Oh, and that is a car missing a checkpoint. I would presume that is good news for me. Not only does it put me up into 4th, but more importantly, the Dino comes with me a smidge, and now we've got 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. That is a nice block of points. That is a very nice block of points. I'm having a terrible lap as well here. I was going to maybe let the Dino pass, but we've just had a horrible, scruffy lap from me. That's not ideal. Yeah, points have now really swung in our favour. And Ninetales having a massive crash on the start-finish straight. Another blue car missing a checkpoint. That has changed the game. Okay, so I don't have great initial acceleration. My top speed isn't too bad. I mean, I'm not getting passed by everything down the straight. I've not got the speed of the top 2 cars. I believe Maserati, whatever it is very fast down the straight. And I would imagine the Clio in 2nd is very good in the corners. Oh, come on, Audi. There we go. I'm probably not quite good enough at either. I'm hoping against hope that I will be good off-road. But we'll have to wait and see. This is a better lap. Less silly errors, less exploring the circuit. Happy days, really. Around that's a much better line. Now it's starting to pull a little bit of a gap. Oh, and things have gone worse for the Maserati by the looks of it. Missed checkpoint, possibly. Had to get reset or pinged a wall or something went on. It's dropped back. It's all gone horribly wrong. As is sometimes the way with these adventures. A selection of missed checkpoints can rather change the game. And when you've got it looked like we were going to be in trouble for a little while. really did look like red team were going to be in trouble for a little while around here. However, just a couple of mistakes is all it takes to swing the points balance into our favour. I am not displeased with this Audi. It's pretty good. I have a feeling it might be a little bit of a jack of all trades, master of none kind of a car. It's a good overall vehicle, will score high finishes, but might not quite have might not be the fastest car at any given circuit. That brushed a wall, and then it's going to lose all of its momentum. Cerberus may even lose fourth in this, not quite. The Maserati takes second. It's a podium for us. It was a solid car. It was a solid car, and it was going to score good points. A podium flatters it slightly on virtue of mistakes and so on, but good points is what we wanted from it. Third place is certainly that. Red team will take round 1 victory. So, up next, we head off-road, and this is pretty much the nastiest off-road circuit that you can run the cars around, the Ambleside Scramble. It is the most technical track, and a lot of these cars are not going to particularly enjoy this one. If you're not all-wheel drive, you might be in a bit of trouble here. You won't get away, certainly with the sort of cars we have in A-Class with these regulations. You're probably going to be running a decent chunk of power. I forgot to say, oh my god, all the grids! That's twice now we've been at the back. Yeah, you might struggle without all-wheel drive. You might not. I guess it depends on how good the car is. But if one off-road circuit is going to give trouble to a car that's not all-wheel drive, it would be here, just by virtue of it being a lot more stop-start than quite a few. You've got a lot of tight corners, you've got a lot of kind of acceleration zones where you have to get going out the other side. And that's where I'm hoping the Quattro is going to shine. Theoretically, I mean, you know, name and everything. We will wait and see, though. It doesn't have the biggest tyres. That will go, of course, to the muscle cars, although I say most of them will be rear-wheel drive. They may well be rear-wheel drive. Theoretically, this should be a more even playing field, as nobody has rally tyres. Oh, I believe I got pushed past that. Yep. Well, the Quattro might be good here. We will never find out, because we got pushed past the inside of the checkpoint. I couldn't have steered any more to the left if I wanted to. And there we go. I have said a few times before, and I'll say it again, the game should have a system whereby if you are in contact with the car that is going through the checkpoint, you should be given it as well, so you cannot get pushed outside of the checkpoint. I know it's not intentional, they were going already too many cars wide. I just hope there would be the space for me to sneak past. Sadly, that is not the case, and sadly, by the looks of it, I kind of need my car to be scoring points. I'll take the slightly cheeky line. In fact, no one's been taking that line, judging by the fact the wall's still in one piece. The sneaky line has remained relatively unbothered. And now, Ninetale's rear-wheel drive Ute is going to have fun around here with that much power. It's just going to be you can't really go near the throttle, and that's that when you have as much horsepower as that thing does on wonky tyres. Can we get around the outside of the Dino here? We will. Can we get past Ninetales quickly? Not here yet. We will get past on the inside, I'm afraid. It has to be a little bit of a swift move. I don't have time particularly. There's a chance that we can actually still score some points despite missing a checkpoint early on. That's how quick the Audi is here. But I can't waste any time if we're going to make it happen. Because 6th and 7th are up there and they're both blue team cars. If I can get past both of them, it might be enough, because we are picking up points and we're doing it quite quickly here. If I can catch them and pass them both, red team might win. If I can't, blue team have got it, pretty much. It looks like, I'm surprised actually, the Maserati is leading the way here, but the Maserati is. Now, the Jag, if the Jag can hold on to 5th as well, that might also be an important part of this way to make red team sneak a victory here. Can we get underneath there? Yep, we can. Come on. Oh, no, the Jag missed a checkpoint, trying to be too sneaky. We will cut underneath on that one. That puts me up to 6th, but it's not going to be enough. We lost too many with the Jag dropping back, sadly. It's kind of, yeah, so we replaced one car at the back with a different car at the back, and that's not kind of what we needed here. Unfortunately, we might still get 5th. I mean, it's not a terrible... Oh, and another one of our guys all gone wrong for red team. This time it is red team's turn to miss all the checkpoints and throw away what probably would have been some good points. We'll end up in the back of the Nissan. Get underneath it. At the end of the day, yeah, whichever way this battle goes, well, I want to get past just for honour, really, just to say that it did. We'll go duck underneath. I think we will get the drive out of here. Yeah, that's not a bad recovery, considering what transpired at the start of the race. It is not enough, though. It is not enough points for us. It was close. We tried valiantly. Yeah, getting to 5th after missing that early checkpoint. It's not too bad. However, other issues befell our cars. The round will go to blue team. So, we head next to the Hollywood Park circuit. Now, this is always an interesting track. It's a little bit of a curveball often for the cars. It's quick, yes, but there are some nasty corners. There are some nasty corners indeed. The all-power and perhaps a lack of grip machines might struggle around a few of the corners. They will be very fast down the start-finish straight. I'm back again for I think it's 3 times in a row now I have been last on, certainly last for my team's side of the grid. Is it complete dead last? I guess it's making up for... Oh, Chris is back here with me. I guess it's making up for something, I don't know, when it was vaguely kind to me in terms of grid positions. Yeah, I do not have a particularly good start. I guess everything might have more power than me, possibly. Like, the four-wheel drive traction is not really enough, it seems. Just don't really go anywhere. Now, let's see what the handling, oh God, can do. The outside there was a bit brave, perhaps. It will be enough to get past. It's fine. The E-Type looks like a handful, and that's going to go off and visit a little bit of scenery, as is the leader, I think that was, going off to have some trouble with the wall. Right, we've got a lot of traffic ahead. We've got a lot of traffic ahead to try and find a way past. I mean, we can follow the Maserati to an extent here. Oh, if I can get turned. No, blue chromey thing. Don't get me trouble there. Oh, it's very busy. Yeah, unfortunately. I kind of followed the Maserati until we got run out of road, and that might give me some trouble. We've got the grip to get to the inside. Are we going to get passed by everything? Maserati's climbing the grass. Probably not good for your ultimate top speed. Yeah, are we going to get completely murdered down the straight? Not as much as I feared we might do. I mean, it's not going to be the fastest car, but it might only be 20 miles an hour, and that is a humongous crash for somebody. I think that was the Nissan, perhaps, that went forward. There was far too much on the inside, and that had a really, really bad day. It is safe to say that had a really bad day. Yeah, such a bad day, the game reset it almost immediately after the crash. That's how big of a crash it was. So that was an impressive one. Well done. Well done indeed. And it was, I think, a blue team car as well, which helps me out no end. Oh, that helps us out no end. Smidge too wide through all of that. Oh, we're going to be able to get past here. Yeah. But you can get away with too wide through there, but you do have to be quite careful and give each other space. And sometimes the wiser idea is just to lift and let the other car go. In that case, I guess I had the momentum, and Cerberus didn't particularly fancy that, which is fair enough. Now, Maserati's flying. That is apparently a very good... Didn't realise that was going to be a very good A-Class car in this. That is just working. It won at the dirt. I would have liked to have known whether I could have kept it up. But, yeah, has now gone and taken the lead away from our Clio. Clio's doing well. I don't know whether it's front-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive. Sorry, front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. I would think possibly all-wheel drive. It was doing very well. Although front-wheel drive can do well at the dirt. Perhaps with this weird tyre rule, maybe it's working. Hard to tell, really. We are probably faster than the Dino. We do seem to be catching it. I don't know if we're really faster than Ninetails. I think our lap times are quite similar to Ninetails, just gaining speed very, very differently around here. Oh, there's a little bit of railing gone. Nothing terrible. It's close in the points. A couple of positions would swing it either way here. You would like to be a little bit more comfortable, but you can't do too much. I'm going to really be going for third. at the moment. That is the only real position I can realistically aim for, barring shenanigans further up. Third is what we can get. We seem to be pulling away from the cars behind. I think Hassio's car is very far, or faster down the straights, but therefore not as good in the corners. It's generally the trade-off that you make. Some cars, generally the faster cars, work because they've got pretty good straight line speed and still have a large amount of grip. This Audi is not the worst compromise I've ever driven. It's just not quite the best, unfortunately. It's very much, it's a very good point scoring car. It's a car you want on your team because it's going to work everywhere, but it's probably not going to win. Like Maserati that seems to work everywhere and is capable of winning. So far, at least. Well, other than missing a checkpoint. that will also ruin your day. We're up to 4th. It's probably too tall an order to catch the Ute here, barring any errors. Oh, there's a missed checkpoint for blue team. There goes their chances. Almost again. It'd have to be a big shift for blue team now to be able to get a victory. They've got too many cars too far back, and which have got big blocks of red at the front. And looking back at the track map, it's pretty spread out to say the least. So all we have to do is not miss a checkpoint. If we can catch Ninetales, that's an added bonus. I don't think we're going to be able to do it on raw pace alone. Now, that is a lot of speed. That is perfect. I don't think I could literally take any more speed through there, even if I wanted to. The issue is, even if I get up to the back of Ninetales, which maybe we do with a mega first sector here, even if I pass Ninetales, I don't think we could hold it to the line from this far back early on in the lap. Like, as we get past Ninetales, literally coming on to the start-finish straight, and that's even then, that is with giving it everything, and then we won't win that drag race. Not unless Ninetales visits the outside wall at the final corner, which I think is unlikely. Oh, come on. I mean, we've had a really good final lap here. We've made a lot of ground, but I think maybe certainly very similarly paced to the Clio. I don't know if we're faster, but we're very similarly paced to that. We've made a lot of ground. Catching up to the back of the Ute, we can carry a lot of speed through there. However, I can't do anything about it. It will run away. A couple more laps and maybe could have worked our way past it. Oh! That was very nearly a very big accident. And nearly got a third. Nearly got gifted a third. That Ute does not look nice to drive. That Ute does not look nice to drive at all. Blue team do get 2 cars on the podium. I climb to a 4th. It's not a bad climb at all, but it can't match the Maserati for pace around there. Still, red team score enough points to take round 3. So, we head off-road again. The Highland Farm Scramble will be our next track. Probably not as strong for the... Oh, for God's sake! What is going on? What have I done to upset the almighty Forza gods? Do we need to sacrifice a pre? Is that how it works? We have really not had a good time of it with the grid positions. This track is faster and slightly less, I think, traction required almost. So it might not quite be as strong. But I expect the Audi to still be pretty good. I mean, all-wheel drive is always going to be helpful. I suspect quite a few cars here will have it, will have swapped it. But the Audi does seem to be working quite well. It seems to be quite grippy. So can't complain too much about that. However, it's not perhaps the ideal circuit for this car. We know Ninetales' Ute is going to hate it, wherever we go. We've seen the Maserati be fast so far. I mean, again, Maserati's already up to 2nd. If we can get a good run here, we might not fall too far back. That's the hope. Is the hope as much as we can anyway. Slide through there. Try and not put teammate in a wall. There was just about space for the Mercury on the outside, but it was only just about. I apologise for a little bit of a squeeze through there. Oh, that's fine. They've got a better run than me. Clio is leading the way. There's a lot of blue cars up ahead that we need to try and find a way through. Oh, that E-Type's in some trees. That is not a fun place. I've been there before. It's not where you want to put your car. Who can get stopped for the corner? There's a 3-wide cutback. Sorry. It's got a little bit busy. Tell what, I was really on the limit. I didn't think I was going to stop my car in time there. We were very much 100% on the limit of the brakes. There was a little bit of a nice de Hasio, not what I wanted to go for. I apologise for that. We got the outside of the E-Type here. Now, this isn't for points, of course, because we're on the same team. We want to get past the blue cars. We need to get past the blue cars, actually. Come on, Audi. There we go. Because we are currently losing at the moment. If me and the Mercury can get through this lot, that would give us enough points. In fact, we can win the... one of the blue cars missed a checkpoint. That has made life a bit easier for us. If we can win this round, if red team wins, we win the adventure. That's problems. Jeez, I did not want to go for an overtake there, but that is where my car bounced. Okay, normally that would end in a massive crash and everything would have gone wrong. I'm very surprised that it didn't. That was just fight the car for control the whole way. It's fine. We made it work. We got away with it somehow. Ooh, there's some trees there. We're fine. Cleo looks mighty fast actually out here on the dirt. It's certainly shifting. Can we get to the inside of the car ahead? No, we cannot. That does seem to be doing better on the dirt than on the tarmac. I'm trying to remember, slipped my mind as to what one is. It the Holden? I think that's the Monaro we have ahead of us. Again, the Maserati and Clio are long gone. This might be our first podium on pace, kind of. Oh, that's a big bar. I guess we got a podium on the first race, but that was slightly luck assisted. Luck assisted. That's got a good exit. I'm going to have to give it some space. I don't really want to be going side by side down here. In fact, this battle here could decide which team wins the adventure. Oh, that's very wide and very sideways. Yeah, because if Sabre gets ahead of me, that would be 8. Oh no, it would still be to us because we've got our car leading the way. It's not quite the deciding battle. However, you never know what's going to happen further back. Hell, a red car could miss a checkpoint and then it does become the deciding battle. You know, we have to wait and see. It's been pretty close so far. It's been pretty close overall, the score. The extra races themselves have been a little bit spread out. We've done this rule set a couple of times and it's normally pretty good for creating a bit better balance. This time around, there seems to be some cars that are just very quick. Clio and the Maserati are just very, very fast vehicles. Maserati's made a mistake towards turn 1. Not enough of a mistake for me to catch it and do anything. We've got 2 muscle cars fighting it out behind me. That helps the Audi have less company. Pretty much we are now at least ahead to throw it through the next corner. That's fine. Oh, and there we go. We are all nicely done it. Through there, we will just try. I say we'll try. We're not going to catch Maserati unless there's a big mistake. Always good to be there in case the mistake comes. I think we've had a pretty good final couple of laps again. I think the car's quick. She got stuck so far back. That start, you lose so much time the first couple of laps. Don't think I've got an answer to the Clio, certainly, but second might well have been doable. Maserati does also look quite the handful around here. Yeah, the Quattro is good, but starting at the back of the grid is tough. Oh, that Maserati was hating those jumps. Christ, that did not look happy across there. We get a third. If everything finishes as it is, we will have enough points to take victory. If Django's crosses the line in 9th, which they do, victory will go to red team. That will be enough for us. Oh, I know in this final round is going to be where I start actually high up the grid. I can guarantee it. Well, maybe. So, our final race heads to the Lakehurst COPSE circuit. Interesting. Again, another interesting track. Oh, I'm not at the back of the grid. I was right. I start mid-pack. I mean, this is progress, at least. We'll see how terrible my launch is. Yeah. The Audi will be okay around here, I should think. It's got the handling for the twisty bits. It won't quite have the straight line speed, although, again, this is another track. A lot of Horizon 4 circuits don't full outright speed is very difficult to make work. It can. We've seen it a few times. But it is tough to get cars like that around some of these circuits, because there are bits that do demand grip, however you want to phrase it. Oh god, like here, missing the checkpoints through that section is very, very easily done. We've seen it. I could always guarantee you someone's going to miss a checkpoint. It might even be the thing that decides this adventure. Which team misses the least? So far there's been lots of missed checkpoints, so more shenanigans at turn 1-2 area is quite likely. There goes the Ute with the many powers and the little grip. We're not the worst for straight line speed. Yeah, can we go to the outside of the... Nah. I don't want to do it. Oh, not because my car can't. I probably have the grip, but as you saw there, if the Skyline understeers, I would be in the wall. And the Skyline did understeer through there, and I would have visited the wall had I been on the outside. I mean, it's possible they would have lifted sooner had they realised there was a car alongside. However, if you don't quite expect the understeer, you can't guarantee everything. So the safer option was to not quite go mad then. There'll be other times. There'll be other moments we can go for an attempted pass. We're going to have to watch out for the Ute down here, although it won't like this final. That corner there is nasty for the Ute. It's nasty for something up ahead as well. It's splattered the rocks around. There's a lot of debris going on in this the start of this race. Points are not going well for Red Team at all here. We're going to have a slam. I'm glad we won it at the previous one, because this is not looking good for us. Got the Clio to the front. That's nice. I mean, up into 5th. About to lose that 5th place, though, to the very far. Didn't realise the Maserati was good in A-Class, I'll be honest. I mean, I like the car. I like the Gran Turismo very much. I think everyone does. It's hard to dislike that car, but bloody hell, it is not normally the gone-for car in A-Class. Certainly not one that I'm used to seeing. So maybe I'll have to try building one at some point and see if I can make it work. Oh, well, I have to say there's a little bit of lag. I did look like jittered across, but either way, it didn't help whatever way it went round. We are up into 4th. I think we've got the car. To beat these two. Maybe. I don't know if we've got the car to hold off the Maserati if it clears. Maserati clears the Mercury quickly, I'm in trouble. Points-wise, we would... In fact, at the moment, we'd have to get a 1-2-3 to win on points because of the way the teams are currently. Where with all of our cars in 10th, 11th and 12th, we have to get a 1-2-3 to win, and I don't think we've got two cars that can beat the Maserati without a lot of luck. And I'm struggling to get past because Blue Team are fighting side by side, and, well, I don't really have anywhere to go 3 wide. I can't out-drag either of them because I am the slowest of the 3. Slower than the Maserati as well. I could maybe defend against the Gran Turismo. That might be my saving grace. I can probably defend and I can carry a lot of speed there. That is the move, I should think, for me. If we can get it stopped here, which we do, yeah, it's just carry the speed, duck the car underneath, and there is nothing... I'll say there's nothing they can do. There's nothing they can do if they're already committed to the corner. They're already committed to their line. They can't get back across in time because I've got the grip to get away with that. Now, will Sabre yield for the Maserati? By the looks of it, it might well happen. To be fair, the Maserati might just have to drag them anyway, so it might not matter. Yeah. Damn it, nothing has slowed down that Gran Turismo. Oh, come on. Through the first chicane we go. A little bit too deep on the way in. I'll say that's okay. It's not ideal, but that is what it is. It's slowed down for hairpin. Okay, we're a little gap. Back to the Gran Turismo. It's going to be the same move, I think. The problem I've got now, that car is way quicker than me down the straights. So when I have to line this pass up, it's going to have to be from a really long way back. We're going to have to be absolutely spot on through here, which we aren't this time. It's too fast. On the way in, it's not the worst it could have been, but it is pretty bad, and the Maserati is going to try and do to me what I was doing to the other cars. It doesn't quite get it there. Yeah, I was just too wide through that corner, trying to carry all the speed in the world, and it didn't work. I think it's really too far back. I don't think that move can take place there. If we're going to do it, it's going to have to be somewhere else then. Maybe we might have to be close enough to try something there. Oh, I don't know. Points-wise, as I said, it doesn't really matter at the moment. We aren't going to score enough whether I finish 2nd, 3rd or 4th. So it's just, again, it's just for honour. It's just for the Audi. I'd like to clear it because I think we're going to get passed by the Maserati whatever we do, and I still like a podium. So Oh, we can draw alongside to the skyline. That's good, but doing so, we're going to get into trouble here. Yeah, I was hoping we could compromise the skyline on the exit and be closer. We couldn't compromise it enough. And we kind of compromise ourselves a little bit as well. We're not going to be able to do it, I don't think. We've got a mega run through here. Maserati is not going to have to defend, though. Can we go around the... Can we be sneaky? Can we pick up the pieces if something goes wrong here? That's what I'm going for. It would have to be mega sneaky if we did make it. I'm not sure I'm close enough. Skyline's slipping and sliding around a little bit. Can we drive underneath it here? We can, but it's going to just out-drag me. Ah. Well, it was a fun battle. Maserati's too quick. Skyline had a massive wobble across the finish line. Damn, it's a fun race. Very, very fun race, actually. Can't match the Clio. Can't match the Clio and Maserati for pace. Those two are just faster than the rest. I think I probably have around the third fastest car overall. Some tracks it works better on than others. I think I passed the Nissan whenever I was just against that, if I wasn't having to worry about a Maserati. But that wasn't how it worked. The Utes ended up 6th in all of this. Bit too much of a handful, even for that circuit. Well, we don't take a 4-1 victory. It will be 3-2. The game will still say blue team won, even though they didn't because they won the final round. Don't ask. Red team take victory. It was a fun adventure. The RS2 was pretty good. Solid top 3 or 4 car. Just not quite able to really get the wins. But yeah, I like the vehicle. Nice enough car to drive. That, though, is going to be it for this team adventure. If you'd like to sign up and take part in the next one, you can via our forums. There'll be a link in the description. Find the FailRace versus the community section, and you can sign up in there. That, though, shall be it from me. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, a goodbye.